Have you ever found yourself trapped in a mental loop, replaying a past mistake over and over again? A forgotten word, a misstep in a conversation, a decision you wished you could take back. It's as if your mind has a stubborn rewind button, stuck on a moment you'd rather forget. You dissect it from every angle, searching for an answer, a different outcome, or perhaps a way to prevent it from ever happening again. This persistent mental replaying is a deeply human experience, one that many of us grapple with. In psychology, we call this phenomenon rumination. It's a word that describes that repetitive, often negative, cycle of thoughts about past events. Now, it's important to distinguish rumination from something truly beneficial, constructive reflection. Productive reflection is solution-focused. It has a clear purpose and a limited time frame. You learn from it, and then you move forward. Rumination, on the other hand, is a harsh, often self-critical loop that rarely yields resolution. It just keeps circling, pulling you deeper into negativity. This isn't just a fleeting feeling. Rumination is a pervasive aspect of human psychology, widely discussed across mental health platforms and expert analyses. While not a mental health condition in itself, it's a frequent symptom across numerous disorders, highlighting its critical role in our psychological well-being. Its widespread discussion in publications like Psych Central, Healthline, Psychology Today, and Forbes underscores just how many of us are searching for understanding and a way out of this mental trap. So why do our minds get so fixated on these past missteps? What are the mechanisms at play? Let's explore the underlying reasons. Firstly, humans instinctively seek understanding and closure, especially in social interactions. When something feels unresolved, a misunderstanding, an awkward moment, a perceived slight, our brain wants to finish the loop. It constantly replays the event, hoping to find that missing piece of the puzzle, that satisfactory explanation. Secondly, rumination can often act as a perceived protective mechanism. It's an anxious attempt to analyze past errors, almost like our brain is trying to prepare us better for future situations. If I go over every detail, it whispers, maybe I can prevent this kind of pain or embarrassment from happening again. But more often than not, this overanalysis doesn't lead to preparedness, it leads to paralysis. Then there's the powerful fear of social rejection. Many of us have a strong desire for social approval, and this can lead to excessive worry about past misunderstandings or perceived negative judgments. We replay conversations, scrutinize expressions, wondering if we said or did the wrong thing, and what others might now think of us. Perfectionism also plays a significant role. If you hold yourself to extremely high self-expectations, even minor errors can feel catastrophic. They become amplified, making them feel much more significant than they truly are, and fueling those persistent mental replays. The internal critic becomes incredibly loud. And here's a subtle but important one. Some individuals ruminate under the misguided belief that it will lead to crucial insights. They genuinely believe that if they just think about it harder or longer, the answer will appear. But often, it fails to produce productive solutions, reinforcing the unproductive cycle instead. Finally, a history of trauma or ongoing uncontrollable stressors can significantly contribute to ruminative patterns. When our system is overwhelmed or has experienced profound difficulty, the brain can get stuck in a hypervigilant state, constantly replaying threats, even if those threats are now in the past. Moving to a cognitive science perspective, our brains also have some built-in quirks that contribute to this. One key cognitive bias is called the Zeigarnik Effect. This effect suggests that uncompleted tasks or unresolved events are remembered more vividly and persistently than completed ones. Think about a waiter remembering an order before it's served, but forgetting it immediately after. Similarly, those unfinished mistakes or unresolved moments stick with us, demanding our mental attention. The impact of chronic rumination is far-reaching and deeply detrimental, touching almost every aspect of our lives. Mentally, it can initiate or exacerbate anxiety and depression, leading to constant dread, impaired focus, and reduced motivation. It can steal your ability to experience joy in the present moment. Emotionally, it fosters profound guilt, shame, and regret. You might find yourself constantly engaged in self-blame, leading to diminished self-esteem and a persistent belief in your own flaws. Physically, the chronic stress from rumination isn't just in your head. It can manifest in your body as systemic inflammation, persistent insomnia, and frequent headaches. Your body registers this mental turmoil too. And perhaps most frustratingly, dwelling on errors significantly hinders your progress. It impairs self-confidence, affects your decision-making, and can lead to a kind of paralysis, making it incredibly difficult to pursue new goals or even navigate daily life with ease. Now, a question often arises: is replaying mistakes a sign of anxiety or a higher degree of self-awareness? The truth is, it can be both.
The crucial differentiator lies in the outcome. If these mental replays lead to genuine insight and behavioral change, if you learn a lesson and grow, then it can indeed signify high self-awareness. But if it merely perpetuates self-criticism, keeps you stuck, and offers no path forward, then it's veered into the territory of unproductive rumination. There's also a powerful, often unconscious, misconception that replaying past errors can somehow alter their outcome or give us a sense of control. But experts widely agree that the past is unchangeable. This mental loop creates unresolvable cycles, keeping us chained to what was instead of freeing us for what can be. So, how do we break free from this cycle? How do we shift from the mental prison of replaying mistakes to a place of growth and resilience? The good news is, it's absolutely possible to foster more productive mental habits. First, embrace productive reflection over rumination. Instead of dwelling on the negative, consciously shift your focus. Ask yourself, what specific lesson can I extract from this? And what solutions can I apply next time? Do this without self-blame. Treat yourself like a valued student, not a criminal. This approach extracts wisdom without wallowing in the pain. Second, and crucially, accept the unchangeable past. This can be challenging, but recognizing that the past cannot be altered is a fundamental step. True freedom comes from acknowledging this lack of control and consciously letting go of the need to mentally fix what has already happened. The energy you spend trying to change the past is energy lost to shaping your present and future. Third, cultivate mindfulness practices. Research, including neuroimaging studies by Dr. Sarah Lazar at Massachusetts General Hospital, shows that mindfulness can literally alter brain structure, reducing activity in the default mode network, the part of the brain linked to rumination. Simple practices like focusing on your breath, observing your thoughts without judgment, or engaging your senses in the present moment can create vital space between you and your ruminative patterns.
Fourth, if your rumination is persistent, debilitating, and significantly disrupting your daily life, consider therapeutic interventions. Therapies like exposure and response prevention, or ERP, offered by organizations like NOCTI, are highly effective in managing symptoms, especially when linked to conditions like obsessive-compulsive disorder or severe anxiety. There's no shame in seeking professional guidance to develop healthier coping mechanisms. Finally, develop self-compassion. Counter the harshness of perfectionism and the fear of judgment with kindness towards yourself. Acknowledge that making mistakes is an inherent and unavoidable part of the human experience, not a catastrophic failure. Treat yourself with the same understanding and empathy you would offer a dear friend. By understanding the psychological underpinnings of why we replay mistakes and actively employing these strategies, you can begin to loosen rumination's grip. You can move beyond the unproductive cycle, cultivate genuine self-awareness, and step into a future of growth, resilience, and improved well-being. Your mind is powerful. Guide it toward peace and progress.